Black horror movies have been a viral part of the horror genre for decades, subverting tropes and providing a unique perspective of the genre. From the blaxploitation era to modern classic like Get Out, black horror movies have pushed the boundaries of the genre and challenged audience to confront uncomfortable truths about race and identity. There are a lot of black horror movies that everyone is familiar with, like Tales from the Hood, Vampire in Brooklyn, Bones, and Get Out. But today I want to give you something different as far as a recommendation of black horror movies led by a lead character that may have not been on your radar. And this is starting with Fast Color. Fast Color is a 2018 superhero drama film directed by Julia Hart. This film is about after years of hiding, a woman who's forced to go on the run when her superhuman abilities are discovered. Years after having abandoned her family, the only place she has left to hide is home. Fast Color is a supernatural film. It has a very solid storyline. It brings a lot of tension and family issues. I enjoy this film, and this movie needs to be talked about more. Black Box is a 2020 science fiction horror film directed by Emmanuel Oskoffer Jr. and written by him and Stephen Herman. Black Box is part of the Welcome to Blumhouse series. This film is about a man named Nolan that lost his wife and his memory in a car accident. A single father undergoes a experimental treatment that causes him to question who he really is. I enjoyed Black Box. This movie was tense and terrifying. Love the storyline. It was very in-depth. I enjoyed the relationship and dialogue between the father and daughter. And of course, I'm a huge fan of Phylicia Rashad. It was one of the reasons why I wanted to watch the movie. The actress and actors did a great job out of the breakout star in Black Box, which is the little girl Ava, and she did a great job. And I consider this movie as a psychological thriller. It's a surprise film that has a shocking ending. Sissy is a 2022 Australian independent horror thriller film written and directed by Hannah Barlow and Kane Scenes, and is starring Aisha Dee. The film follows two best friends, Cecilia and Emma, who runs into each other after a decade. Cecilia is invited into Emma's bachelorette weekend when she gets stuck in a remote cabin with her high school bully and a taste of revenge. Love the cinematography and editing in this film, so if you enjoy a good slasher movie / revenge like Sissy, this movie is definitely for you. Nanny is one of my favorite horror movies that came out last year. This is a psychological African folklore film. This movie is about an immigrant nanny named Aisha that is trying to put pieces together for a new life in New York City while caring for the child of the East Side family. It is forced to confront and conceal truth about threatens to shatter her pre-creation American dream. The film is a slow burn, but it has a lot of in-depth conversation and back history of different folklore characters. I also did a review on this movie, so you should check that out. Sound of Violence is a 2021. This one is a slasher film written and directed by Alex Norey, and is a directorial debut inspired by his short film Conductor. The film stars Jasmine Savoy Brown as the formerly deaf girl who goes on a killing spree after witnessing the murder of her family. This film gets right into the action and storyline. Most audience didn't really enjoy the film, but I thought this movie was really good, and I love a good slasher movie. Master is a 2022 psychological horror thriller film. This one is written and directed by Mariano Dello in her directorial debut. The film stars Regina Hall, Zoe Renee, and Amber Gray. Master had its world premiere at the Sundance Film on January 21st, and the film follows three women who strive to find their place at an elite Northeastern university when anonymous racist attacks target a black freshman who insists she is being haunted by ghosts. Each woman must determine where the real menace lies. There's a lot of twists and turns in this movie, and you're going to be shocked and surprised about this story. It will definitely have you at the edge of your seat. Werewolves Within is a 2021 mystery comedy horror film directed by Josh Rubin from a screenplay by Machina Wolf based on the video game of the same name. A snowstorm traps town residents together inside the local inn where newly arrived Forest Ranger Finn and postal worker Cecilia must try to keep the peace and uncover the truth behind the mysterious creature that has been terrorizing the community. If you enjoy whodunit mixed with werewolf, this film is definitely for you. I had a joy. I also did a review on it as well. This one is a great comedy horror film. The Hairbringer is a 2022 American horror film. This one is directed by Andy Mitton, starring Gabby Beans, Emily Davis, and Raymond Anthony Thomas. The film follows a woman named Monique who ventures out of Quantity to visit an old friend who's plagued by nightmares. She finds herself drawn into a hellish dreamscape where she must face her greatest fears, or risks never having existed at all. The pandemic horror film is a slow burn that brings a lot of context clues. It leans towards psychological horror. Overlord is a 2018 action horror film directed by Julius Avery. This film is about a small group of American soldiers who find horror behind enemy lines on the eve of D-Day. This film is very good and disturbing. It will make you squirmish a little. There is some twist in this film. It's not a lot of dialogue, which is perfectly fine because it's all about the action in this film. If you prefer a different recommendation, I also have my pregnancy horror movie recommendation list to watch right now. Thank you so much for watching my channel. Make sure you like and subscribe, and until then, see you later.